Hello everybody, welcome to another video from SN3 Gaming. It's Serge. Today is a 6-month update of my rig. You'll see the original video on the link below in the description. I wanted to do this video. I've been wanting to do a 6-month later video because there has been a lot of changes on my rig. As you can see probably by now, it's not even in race mode. I call this flight mode. You can see that I have my HOTAS set up on the corners. I have the Thrustmaster Warthog flight. Oh, and I have Ezra here. He's been kind of getting a little famous on my shorts videos lately, and he is, of course, a diva who will not move when I want him to. So I'm just gonna let him stay here and chill. My cats really do love the seat. But yeah, I have it set. This is flight mode. I currently have the mouse charging as well as my keyboard is charging also. But I'll show you how to change the configuration to race mode later on. If you want to know where my wheels are, I actually have them here. I have them wall mounted. I went on Etsy and bought a couple of wall mounts, as well as a little mount for my DDU. I will post the link of where I got them. I can't think of their names right now, but I will go ahead and do that. And then also for the DDU, I'll also post the link of where I got that as well. But yeah, these are pretty stable wall mounts, and they look nice for the wheels. And I also, of course, since the 6th month, I've got the Fanatec, my Fanatec, can't even think right now today, F1 wheel. And of course, you know, like I said, since 6 months ago, I've changed a lot throughout it. Even have a new ring light and a new camera. Both of them are Elgato. Of course, the Elgato ring lights and the Elgato face cam. Both are really great products. I really like how nice and clear the face cam turns out, especially compared to my previous one where it was pretty blurry even at 1080p. And those get connected to my Elgato Stream Deck, which is currently off, but I have this multifunctioning. I kind of stuck with the uniformed of either Elgato or Razer, because I have a Razer keyboard and mouse, and the Elgato Stream Deck camera and ring light are Elgato. The only thing that isn't either one is my HyperX mic, boom mic, which is actually, you know, it's a pretty good mic, and I'm not gonna really stress upon getting that. Now, when it comes to the flight items, I ended up just using the mouse pads for both. And I even bought a second mouse pad for the throttle. I figured it's actually more affordable that way than just getting the Trek Racer's like flight mode item, which was like, I think, over $100, when I could just get a mouse pad, which was like less than, I think, half of that, and use that. As you can see, I also have the Fanatec V3s connected still. Those are always going to be mounted. And the reason why I can't have flight rudders in there, because I don't have any room. So that's one reason why I'm, like, for now, I'm going to be replacing, for now I'm using this, but I'm actually replacing it. I did put in an order for a Virpil Constellation Alpha Prime. I'm hoping that gets here soonish. I'm keeping the throttle. I really do like the throttle, but yeah, I'm gonna replace the stick because I definitely miss my X-axis twist. I'm using a button. I'm using one of the switches to do the rudders. I was trying to use my pedals, but they don't feel right, and they're always feeling like a slight delay. So I still don't have any shifter. I'm actually considering going, I want to get I might get any brand, but I might still want to go with Fanatec because I want to keep the uh, Fanatec ecosystem, and I think that would probably be the best. But it's not something I'm looking for. It's vital right now. So because, like I said, I just use paddle shifters. I don't even use the clutch in the game. I bought one of these from the same company that I got the wall mounts to mount my phone clip, because I really like this phone clip, but where I had it originally was not a great place. So I went ahead and bought that. I think that was supposed to be a Logitech 80/20 mount for wheels, but I figured I can just clip that onto my phone clip and just use that there. And it's out of the way of the wheel, and works nice. I would like to eventually get the 32 button Stream Deck, but this one works just as well for now. And it's prevented me from needing to get a button box of any sorts. Like, I have functions for iRacing and Elite Dangerous, which are my two top sim games I play. And so, it works out pretty well. But like I said, I would like to get one for a 32 button one, and then I'll use this Stream Deck to put in my my desktop PC for other games, because it's such a great item. Like, I strongly suggest everyone, if you want to get a sim rig, a Stream Deck is definitely one of the peripherals you gotta get. Of course, it gets pretty hot here. Of course, not lately. It's been like really cold. But I do have a fan for the rig. During the summer, I would get pretty sweaty and hot. Of course, when you have 3 monitors, that's gonna do that. And I ended up getting this little fan connected to the USB. My hand sometimes will hit it on the throttle, from the throttle, but I might find another place for it. When I bought my ring light, it came with a bundle of like a bunch of the Elgato arms, so I might use one of those to mount that elsewhere. But otherwise, I kind of haven't used it right now because it was until today, which is like 41 degrees Fahrenheit. The last couple of days have been in the 20s and teens and single digits. It's been pretty cold. So the wheel, of course, another issue I had was the chair. I've gotten used to the chair. I'm not really pressed on getting a replacement. It's still not the most comfortable, but in long runs, I've been fine. But as you can see, for Ezra, it's the most comfy thing in the world. So yeah, but that's fine, as long as he loves it, and he will still chill in my lap. Finn will also get on this on occasion. He really likes it too. So, also, I'm not in a rush because I've been putting stickers on them as well. Basically everything that I bought in the past 6 months I've put on here. Kind of like one of those race car advertisements. But of course, if you have cats and you have a rig and computer peripherals, this is the most important item you could probably get: the Dyson cordless vacuum cleaner. I think this is the V8 version, which has the shorter battery life, but it does the job, man. Like, I use this almost daily to vacuum my seat and around my rig area to keep all that cat fur off. I remembered when we were at Disney for a week, I had to use that because that thing, my seat was caked with cat fur. It took a while to get out, but it still works. Dyson, they are expensive, I will say that. The one I want to get with the stronger battery life, I think is about like $500. That's $500. So I would probably stick with this one for now. But of course, there's also other brands that are out there. I don't know if they're just as strong or not. I know Shark has some really good ones, so definitely keep an eye out on those. It's pretty much a must to have something like this for a rig if you have cats. I mean, if you have pets of any kind, like, their fur, you think, oh, you know, they'll never come in here and I'm never going to have fur on it, but fur will get wherever it went. Nature finds a way. Also, since my last rig, of course, I've got some little storage areas, storage bins. So the mount over here is where I put my flight stick when I'm in race mode, because I moved the keyboard over. So I'll show you guys in a second once I swap it over to the other mode. But over here is, I bought one of these storage bins just to put some random stuff, my tools, and various things to make up for the space that we don't have for the dining room anymore, because this is not a dining room anymore. Over here is also another storage area. This is where I put a lot of my sim stuff, a lot of other gaming items, and to keep that, you know, secured and out of the way. And that's where I also keep my POV helmets. The wig head was a cosplay wig head we used because my wife and I are cosplayers. Well, we don't cosplay as much as we used to, but I never say you want to retire from cosplay, because I don't think you ever do. But you cosplay less and less as the years go by. So we use this wig head. I'm using it for my helmet. And of course the helmet's just a standard like skateboard helmet, and I mounted the sticky GoPro mount on it, and that's how I use for my POV. Another great buy, and I think Love for Sim Racing also has one of these, is this hub. And I noticed that the reason why I was having issues lately, like I had a stream where I was playing Elite Dangerous and things kept getting reset, and I was wondering what the heck this was going on, because I had this plugged in as well, but come to find out I had another hub that wasn't powered it was powered via the computer, that I ended up having to remove and rewire. And so after that, everything seems to run great now. I just keep this one. This is of course powered by its own plug, and I have that connected into the power supply. So, well, not the computer power supply, but you know, the house power supply. And since then, it's been great. You know, I want to make sure I can plug in everything I need, and so far so good. This is where I have the controllers, the flight stick, I think I have the mouse connector over here as well, because I have the Razer charger, and it acts as a charger as well. But yep, computer's still going well. You know, despite all the wires around, it breathes really well. I make sure it's out in the open. It's in the next to the fireplace, which actually does have some, you know, sometimes some cold airflow, which helps too, especially during the winter. This is my old HOTAS set. My Thrustmaster, I think they're called the 16,000 something. It was a great item. I am thinking about selling it at some point because, you know, I don't use it. And I will say one thing is the throttle, I did mod it. I did buy a mod that I found on Etsy that uses ball joints, ball bearings, to move the throttle around, and it lasts a lot longer and it keeps it like smooth, because apparently like one of the big issues with this brand was that the throttle ends up getting like sticky, I guess you could say. So I bought the mod and it still runs like it's brand new. So I might sell that one. I'm not quite sure. Let's go back to the other side real quick, because I want to, well, we also have a Finn. Hello, Finn. Oh, he's trying to take a nap before dinner time, because, you know, that's how cats live. Over here is my, of course, TLCMs. I'm not quite sure what I want to do with them yet. Like, I'm thinking about maybe either selling them or keeping them as a backup. I really do need to find a place for them, but I'm still quite not sure what to do. If I do sell it, I'm going to put all the mods and everything that I got from it along with it, because I won't have any use for those mods. As you can see, it still has the Apex mods that I bought a couple months ago. It's still a great set of pedals. In fact, if it wasn't for the dampener kit for my V3s, I probably would say that the throttle pedal for this was way better than the one from the V3s, because without the dampener kit, the V3 pedals feel like it's nothing. It's flimsy. And I know some people like that, prefer that. I don't. I like to feel like there's something behind it. So yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna switch this from flight mode to race mode. So I will be right back. Okay, and we're back. And as you can see, this is what race mode is. What I do is I move the keyboard over, and I put the flight stick away. I use this little cap to cover that for any dust if I have it there for any long times. The flight stick is mounted to this mount over there. I actually didn't get that from Etsy. I actually had trouble finding something like that on Etsy. I ended up just getting a file from Thingiverse and going to my local library, which does 3D printing there. So I just bought that. I just got 2 of those and mounted one there. It actually works for Virpil as well, so when I eventually get my Virpil, that will be fine. But yeah, I of course put the DDU mounted on that. That only can be just used mounted for magnets, and the mount itself was customized by Sim Racing Addict. I needed something I could see over my wheel the way I'm positioned, but it works pretty well in my opinion. But yeah, that's what it looks like on the race configuration. So, you know, there's a little bit of compromises here and there. I wanted to keep the keyboard underneath the wheel, but my legs were starting to hit them, and I couldn't really do that. So I just had to figure out, you know, I just pretty much said, like, you know what, I'll just make flight mode and race mode and go from there. And so far, it works. Like I said, the phone doesn't get in the way when I use it there, and nothing's really in the way. I can then put my drink in the cup holder, and yeah, that's it. So I think my next addition, cosmetically, is I found some LEDs. Actually, I went to Home Depot because I needed to replace my shower faucet, a bathtub faucet, and I saw these, and these are like $9. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna put these on my rig. I think I might put it under where my pedals are, and you know, probably underneath the rig itself. I'm not sure. I'll think of something. I think it'll give it a cool like design, or you know, cool like aesthetic for it. I'm not sure what else I'm gonna do, but there's always new things to add. You know, like with most sim rigs, it's always something to do. Like, no one ever has a complete sim rig. There's always someone updating something or upgrading or adding on to it. And I'm sure I'll be doing that as well. And of course, you don't need to buy like a 80/20 rig to have, you know, the racing feel. You don't have to get all the Fanatec stuff, or, you know, all these items. Like, there are other ways you can get this done in a budget. I mean, I will admit, Affirm, PayPal, and 4, Klarna, Sezzle, all those companies are like my friends now, because that's how I'm able to get these items. Is, you know, I couldn't pay them all in one lump sum. It's just use those payment plans. So it ends up working out for me that way. But even then, you can still find other more affordable ways to build a rig like that. In fact, I'm going to give you guys a link to Love for Sim Racing he just did a tour of his rig, and the way he did, actually his to me is more impressive than somebody who has like something like I have. Like, the way he had his set up is just really cool, and I was very impressed with it, how it looks, and what he makes work. And you know, and hey, if it works, it works. You know, that's in my opinion, that's how it should always be. Is like, you get that, you want that done that way, and you know, you just want to race. I mean, in the end, it's all about sim racing or sim flying or whatever you want to do. Like I said, I use this for streaming as well. Speaking of which, I'm going to plug my stream. Please follow me on Twitch. My link's on the bottom. Getting close to getting 50 subscribers. I mean, 50 followers there. And I will hit affiliate once I get that, as well as the average of 3 viewers per stream. So please follow me there. You know, that's where I'm going to do a lot of my content there. I mean, I'm still going to use my YouTube channel, and I'm still slowly making my way up in there. I think I have at this point over 125 subscribers, which I'm grateful. And I think a lot of it is to credit to this dude, little Ezra. He's just gonna keep. I'm gonna keep having him on there. You know, he's got to pay rent somehow, right? But yep, that's it for today. I want to thank you guys for watching, and you know. I've got to also say thank you again. My SimRig tour has the most views on any of my stuff. I think right now it's at over 6,000, and that's awesome. Like, I never thought so many people would want to watch my video, but I'm gonna keep doing it. And like I said, it's the holidays right now, just after Christmas, so New Year's is coming up. This will probably be won't be my last video this year, because I'm doing my POV race this weekend. But otherwise, yeah, you guys have a great new year. Take care of yourselves, take care of your families, try not to get sick. COVID is still around. I thought I had COVID, but thankfully I think I just have like a little sore throat, and I'll take that. It's kind of sad that we're in that state, but otherwise, yeah, you guys have a good one, and I will see you all on the next video. Take care. Bye.